I have a little story, and I'd like to get people's opinions. And, I could be wrong in this situation. I definitely could. So me and my kid, we were going to the gym right after I got off of work. We would go to the gym about 4 o'clock. And 4 to 5 to 6 is usually when it's jam-packed full of people, right? So, they were playing full court games in basketball. My gym has a full basketball court. And it has 2 rims. So, I was like, you know what, kid? Maybe if we go later, I can take a nap after work. I eat, which is kind of better, but it's not, because, anyway, whatever. I was like, let's just go later, so we'll just go at 6:30, and by the time we get there, they should be almost done with their full court games and all that shit. But yesterday, it was Monday, and it seems like Mondays, they seem to have more people that are playing full court games. But usually after it's like 6:37, there's usually nobody playing basketball. Maybe like 1 or 2 people just shooting hoops. So yesterday, they were playing full court, and it seemed like, man, it was like 8 o'clock when we left, but my kid was just sitting there watching, right? There's other kids there wanting to shoot hoops, but these grown men, these grown adults, reliving their high school basketball glory days, are playing full court. And I told my kid, after the game, they should be done. I asked him if he wanted to go. It was probably like 7:30 or something like that. And I was aware of what was going on because I was lifting weights, and I could see in the mirror they're playing full court. So, and I said, after this, we can leave, or you can just wait. So he waited, so he can go out there and shoot some hoops. They can share the fucking court. But then, as soon as they were done, I had a feeling that they were going to play another game. So I just went out there and we were shooting, right? I was rebounding him and giving him the ball. Lo and behold, 5 minutes later, they started another full court game. And they didn't give a shit if you're on the court or not. They don't say nothing, they just start playing. And I stayed out there. I stayed right underneath the rim, and I was shooting little layups. I did it for about 5 to 10 minutes. And they were playing around me. I didn't move. I didn't fucking move. Some of them were running into me, and I'm surprised one of their alpha dogs didn't say shit to me. I'm surprised. And I guarantee you now at the fucking gym, these people are gonna have a problem with me. They fuck kiss my ass. I don't give a fuck about any of them. But my whole point is, at some point you gotta fucking share the court with other people. You can't just like, oh, hog the damn court, because we're all paying fucking money to be there. I've had the half court to myself shooting hoops, and the other side, they had a little game going on, maybe a 3-on-3 or whatever, and these little kids wanted to shoot hoops. And you know what the fuck I did? I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna let these little kids have this hoop, because they're more important than whatever dumbass shit I'm trying to do right here. Am I wrong in this situation? Should these people have kept hogging the court and not letting other people play and shoot around at least? Am I wrong in this situation? Because I think that kids are more important than fucking adults. Adults are fucking, it's like, we're past our prime, man. These kids have a future. And it's like, it's almost like the same thing with these fucking shots that people had to get, that were duped into getting in 2020. We're trying to, and they're making kids get now. We're trying to save a group of old people that have already lived their fucking lives, and sacrificing the youth by making them wear fucking masks and shit. I just think it's fucked up. This is why I don't like talking to people. It's like, such a lack of respect. I don't want to deal with people in modern day America, because these people have this mentality where you have to earn my respect. No, respect should be automatically given until your actions show otherwise. Why I shouldn't respect you. I try to give everyone respect right off the bat. You know, I might not go out of my way to fucking smile, to hold the door open for young women. I'll do it for older men. I'll do it for older women. But I don't do it for younger women anymore. I wonder why. And I've never had a problem with that. But I don't do it no more. Let them fucking hold their own door open, because most of them are Marxists anyways. Feminist Marxists, so they can hold their own door open. But I'm pretty considerate, I'm pretty polite, I'm pretty respectful. And most people just aren't. And people are like, oh, you should go out and do stuff, you should go out and talk to people. I don't want to talk to nobody. I don't relate to these people. You know, and that probably wasn't a fight worth me fighting over. We should have probably just left. And I told my kid, maybe we shouldn't just not go on Mondays anymore, because these assholes just want to hog the court like they own the place. But am I wrong in that assessment? Should these people have like just started doing like 4-on-4 games, half court, instead of just taking up the whole court when you got fucking, my son's 17, and there's like some other kids there that are probably like 14, 15, and they want to shoot hoops. In fact, when they went to the other goal the other team went to the other goal, and they, you know, whatever, the kids came out and started shooting a little bit, so they obviously wanted to shoot. It's just ridiculous. The selfishness of people. The entitlement. No, I don't want to talk to people. And it's getting worse. And I think the whole lockdown thing really messed people up. For me, I was fine with it. I have no problem with isolation. I'm used to it. I've had isolation my whole life. I'm fine with it. In fact, I actually like it. I actually like isolation. I actually like to be by myself. But I think a lot of people are losing it nowadays. And maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm the wrong one in the situation. And they were there first, and they should have the whole court. And nobody else should get a shot at playing. Maybe I'm the one that's wrong. I don't know. Like I said, leave a comment. And even if you disagree with my actions, which I didn't want to stay too long because I don't want to get hurt. I don't want them piling, like running into me full force, breaking one of my legs or something. But I just thought it's ridiculous. Like, people just hog the court. Yeah, like, these people don't like me anyway. I already tell. Because when I go to the gym, I don't go there to socialize. I go there to work out. And I don't, you know, when I'm lifting weights, I'm looking at the fucking ground in between sets. I'm focused. I'm listening to music. I'm not trying to fucking socialize for a half an hour between sets. I'm not there to fuck around. But that's cool if other people are, but I'm not. I really do not fit in at all. And that's why I just don't want to fucking talk to nobody. I don't relate to most of the people, whatever general area my body's at. I don't relate to these people. I relate to people on the internet. That's why I like the internet. It's been that way my whole life. In fact, here's some more when I was talking about me being an introvert. Where it takes a lot of my energy and me having to pretend like I really am interested in a conversation what somebody's having with me. And I don't know what the hell they're saying. I can't concentrate on what they're saying or listen to them. Also, I'm evaluating them. I really understand social cues highly. Um, and I'm like dissecting them, looking for weaknesses, looking for strengths, just totally dissecting people. That's what I do as an introvert. Um, and I don't have to be an introvert. I'm an introvert around people I don't really know. It takes a long time to get to know me, honestly, and I'm not anything special. But me putting out videos of showing my kind of like sense of humor is kind of vulnerable. I don't let people get to know my sense of humor because I'm nerdy, man. I'm nerdy. I'm kind of like people say on here, you're cringe. Yeah, I'm fucking cringe. Man, you fucking hurt my feelings, dude. Got me deep. But very dry sense of humor. And a lot of people just don't get my sense of humor. So I just don't let them see it. But yeah, am I wrong in this situation? You know, this society is just going downward, downward, downward. It's all about me, 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 me. And I'm telling you, it's becoming very cold. I know I've lived in this shit for my whole life. I've always been ahead of the curve. And what you guys are gonna experience is like you better make sure you got plenty of resources to pay for your shit. The times of people stopping and helping you when you break down are gonna come to an end. It's not gonna happen much. Picking somebody up, even a female being assaulted, guys are just gonna let it happen. And some of that's not because it's being like me. Some of that's because of feminism and equality and being like and a total hate on men right now. There's a thing, a narrative being put out there, which is there's a lot of people who are gonna fall for it. There's this like dehumanizing of straight white men happening right now. Putting us like at a lower class, like a second class citizen. And what's gonna happen is there's gonna be people that fall for it and become racist. And I think that most people here in America are not racist. That's what I think. You know, people might have like people might misconstrue some things, but I think generally speaking, people in America are pretty accepting of other races, and we're pretty much past that shit. But you have a small group of people on any side, on any race, that have loud fucking voices that makes it seem like America is so racist. I just don't see it. I don't see it. I think that most people are just not like that. I think we've evolved past that shit. And it's just a way to try to divide us even more, whether it's the families being divided or being divided by sexual orientation, um, um, pinning genders against each other, or pushing communist agendas that are a certain thing I can't talk about, that are the head of the group, the head of everybody else. Like if you're a straight white man, you really don't have freedom of speech here in America. You really don't. You have to watch what you say. You gotta walk on eggshells. If you say the wrong thing, you could be automatically deemed as a racist, even if you're not. Even if you're saying like truths, you're looked down on. There's so many double standards, and it's like you have white privilege. Like that's the big thing is like I don't have white privilege, man. I don't have white privilege at all. I don't know. There's might be some people that have privilege. It's called a class privilege, and I think that we're to the point where, and you could defend your masters all you want, but I'm not going to defend them. I'm never going to be a billionaire. I'm never going to be a millionaire. I'm not going to ever be able to leave millions of dollars or that type of wealth, whatever that becomes in the future, to my family. My family is never going to experience generational wealth. And most people, most everybody is on the same level. So for people to be like, to defend generational wealth, I don't mind stuff being given to the next generation, but when they're just handed billions of dollars, there's no relatability for the bottom class, and I think that we need to stand up and be like, no, what's gonna happen is you can leave some to your family, but what's gonna happen, and I know it sounds like fucking communism, I know it does, but you're gonna lose that shit. You know, stuff's more important, like health care for everybody, feeding people that are hungry, education. That type of stuff is more important than you fucking leaving this wealth that will never be able to be spent, that your great grandkids are still gonna benefit from. This royalty type of mindset. At some point, us plebs are gonna have to be like, why are we giving a fuck what these rich people say? And I get it. I have no problem with people living a better life than me. I really don't. They work for it. They should be able to live a higher standard. Maybe not to the point where you're wasting all these resources so you can go to space for 30 minutes, or having like 15 mansions. I think there's I think that we need to evolve the society past these fucking prehistoric wars, like nuclear wars that we're so threatened by right now, and find a way to get rid of this fucking crime. These cities are just decaying fucking nightmares, and they should be immaculate fucking beautiful works of art. That's what they should be. Cities should be gorgeous works of art. They should be somewhere you shouldn't have to feel unsafe where you go to. You should be able to go there and or live there and feel safe. But that's what I think there should be incentives to working hard. I really do. That's if you have communism or socialism straight out, you have stagnation in growth or innovation. There needs to be some type of carrot for you to keep on wanting to work hard or innovate stuff. But dude, I'm not for I know what communism does. I know what socialism does. But at some point, there needs to be a redistribution of this wealth, that these people are just holding all these monopolies, man. We're not supposed to have monopolies here in America. And we got all these corrupt politicians that don't do shit. And they actually are sold out and bought, and they are actually, if I can say actually one more time, actually, they are controlled by these corporations. They're not controlled by the people. And that's scary. That's a scary thing. That's fascism. It's like a reverse fascism when the corporations are in charge of the government. The government should be just be like, the federal government should just be protecting us, and keeping a sovereign nation. And the state should be able to vote most of their laws and what laws that they want to have, whether it's legalizing marijuana or whatever the stance they have on abortion. But yeah, we need to evolve past this system, man. We need the smartest people to come up with something that's gonna benefit everybody, and you don't have to have you don't have to have a quality when it comes to like where you finish, but I mean, everyone should have at least somewhere to start. Yeah, I can't imagine trying to get yourself out of these ghettos, man. I can't imagine living in that hellhole where you're always worried about watching your back. There's a lot of temptation to go to crime or gangs. There's a lot of influence of that, and to try to keep your head down and work your way out of that, just to probably end up in middle class. It's probably really, really hard, and maybe your kids have a better chance at some point to do better. But I just think that, dude, what you have to understand about me too is I'm not about, I don't live right now. Like, the type of stuff I talk about is gonna happen in the future. It's gonna happen. But this whole slave shit, dude, communism and socialism promote slavery. You need somebody to continue to provide services for basically for free. But when these rich people come to the end of their life, they should be donating all their assets to different charities instead of just leaving all this wealth to these entitled children that have no idea about struggle, and they're just gonna piss all that wealth away anyway. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm getting to. And I'm not gonna defend my masters. I'm not gonna defend their spoiled kids that get all this wealth. And like I said, I have no problem with generational wealth being bestowed on their children. I'm just saying, why do they have to have the exorbitant amount of wealth dropped in their lap? They don't need all that shit. They don't need billions of dollars, hundreds of billions of dollars given to them. And in the future, it's going to be trillions. But you get what I'm saying, and you don't have to agree with me. Maybe you're for straight up. Maybe you're cool with that, and that's just a part of the system. Well, the system needs to be reformed dramatically. You see how you get treated in corporations as an employee? Well, how do you feel? How do you feel about your actual life, your day-to-day life, being a part of a corporation? We still have a choice where we work. Well, soon you're not gonna have a choice, and we can either lay down like fucking sheep and take it, or we can actually fight back.